Hey YouTube, this is Jordan. This is my first video, so cut me some slack. But I saw a bunch of videos on YouTube by Mraz, a song called I'm Yours, probably one of my favorites, and he's playing it acoustically. I know it's a very popular song, and I've seen a lot of comments on the videos about how to play it. And I haven't really seen too many videos teaching how to play it, so I'm going to try it on my own. Once again, this is my first video, so cut me some slack. Any comments, suggestions, whatever, I greatly appreciate it. And here we go. I'm going to start playing it first, and then I will teach you how to play it. The strumming pattern is a completely different lesson, so I'm going to teach that a little bit later on in the video. But right now we're just going to get the chords down and make sure you know how to play that. So here we go. This is I'm Yours by Mraz. Okay, so that was the intro, the verse, and the chorus, believe it or not. Very simple song, but it's still great in its simplicity. The four chords that you'll need to know is A major, the bar chord up here on the 5th fret, E major, the open chord, F sharp minor, and then D major. Okay? Just for simplicity's sake, we'll just keep it to that, and then I'll teach you the variations a little later. But basically, yeah, he just starts on this A major chord, and then he slides down to that E major chord, and then what he does is he actually walks up to the F sharp minor chord. So the next chord is right F sharp minor. He goes A, E, and then what he does is he plays the E bass note, and then plays the F bass note, and then the F sharp bass note. It's called walking up to the chord. It's a little technique he uses to make it, gives it a little bit of variation from his original version. And then he plays his D chord. And the D chord is the trickiest part, actually, of the song. What he does is he plays the D chord, but he lifts his middle finger up to form a D sus2 chord. I'm not going to get into the details of that, but it's called a D sus2 chord. And what he does is he plays the D sus2 and hammers on his middle finger. And then what he does again is he takes his pinky and he hammers that on to the E string to make a D sus4 chord. So he's starting off with a D sus2, hammers on to the D major chord, and then hammers on again to the D sus4 chord. And the strumming pattern is, let's see, how can I teach this? Basically it's down, down, up, up, down, up, down, up, down, and in between each upstroke he hammers on a finger. So it goes like this. And when you get to the D chord, the strumming pattern, I'm just going to hold out a D. I'm not going to play the D sus chords. But it's 1, 2, 3, 4. And just like that. And once you get that strumming down, each hammer-on actually goes in between the upstrokes. So it's... So yeah, I actually forgot to mention, he hammers on to the D major chord, hammers on to the D sus4 chord, and then pulls that pinky back off to the D major chord again. So it's... like that. And you have to listen to this, and I'll play it a few times for you if you want, so you can keep listening to it, but it's like this. it goes right back to the A major chord. You hear that D major variation there. And that just keeps repeating actually through the verse, through the chorus. But the one different chord that's a bit tricky to play is actually a half diminished chord, which is when right before the breakdown, I believe. Hold on, I'm looking this up very quickly. Actually, right during the breakdown, where he goes do 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 you want to come on, scooch on over closer, dear, and I will nibble your ear. It's actually a half diminished chord. It's actually D sharp half diminished. I won't get into it, but basically the tab is you got your pointer finger barring this 6th fret. This is your root of the chord. It's the D sharp. Then you're going to take your middle finger and put it on the 7th fret of the D string. 7th fret of the D string. Then your ring finger goes on the 8th fret of the G string. And finally your pinky has to stretch a little bit. 10th fret of the B string. And that's your D sharp half diminished chord. And what you want to do in this situation, you don't want to play your E note or your high E note. Your low E note and your high E note you don't want to play. So you just want to play these 4 strings, A, D, G, and B, those 4 strings. And that's your half diminished chord. So that'll come during the breakdown, which is do 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 you want to come on, scooch on over closer, dear, and I will nibble your ear. Right? So that's when that happens. And what I did there when I played this chord, this is just a variation of D. For those of you who don't know that, it's the same chord, but it's just the bar chord version of D. So during that breakdown, you're basically going down the scale, starting on A. So it's do 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 ja, and then this is basically a an E chord with a G sharp in the bass. But you're only playing these 2 notes, really. You're emphasizing these 2 notes. So you're starting on A, do 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 ja, do ja do ja do do, and then you go back to your F sharp minor chord, and then you go to your E chord, E major chord, and then from your E major chord you go to your D, and then you go to your half diminished chord. So all together it goes do 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 ja do ja do ja do 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 ja want to come on, scooch on over closer, dear, and I will nibble your ear. Right? Scooch that body a boom boom. Whoa oh 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 oh. And then after that, you go right back into the 4 chords that I taught you, which is A, T, the E, and then you go to the F sharp minor, and then your D, just like that. And you keep on going until the very end of the song, which has a few endings actually. Sometimes he'll just fade out, like the normal song goes, and just keep playing those 4 chords. And he'll just keep saying, open up your mind and see like me, open up your plans and damn you're free, I look into your heart and you'll, all that kind of stuff. He'll do that, or he'll just end on that half diminished chord. Which, if you listen to the acoustic version from his album, We Sing, We Dance, We Steal Things, that is how he ends, just on that half diminished chord. And there are other endings where he just goes to that, from that D chord, to that half diminished chord. He'll just keep going from the D to the half diminished, D to the half diminished, until he just feels like ending. And I'll just keep scatting and whatnot. But basically you can come up with your own ending. It's a fun little song. And now I will try and teach you the strumming pattern.